world of junior motorsport, comparisons are everything. As soon as a young driver shows promise, the sport fastens them to a legend from the past. But every once in a while, someone arrives who is not compared to the greats who came before him, but to the giant who rules Formula One right now. Someone whose talent curve moves so steeply upward that observers struggle to measure it using the usual tools. That someone, at just 16 years old, is Freddie Slater. British by nationality, but universal in his message, Slater has done something almost unheard of in modern motorsport. He has won every championship he has entered. From karts to cars, every rung of the ladder has fallen beneath his wheels with the inevitability of gravity. And he hasn't just won, he has dominated over and over again, in a way that instantly draws comparisons to the young Max Verstappen who stormed onto the racing scene a decade ago. The question that now hovers over his name is simple but seismic. Is Freddie Slater the next era-defining driver, or is he another teenager with sky-high hype destined to level off long before the sport's top tier? What follows is the story of a prodigious racer whose rise has been so rapid, so complete, that some already wonder if Formula One is witnessing the early formation of its next unstoppable force. The karting crusher. Every great driver begins in karting, the chaotic high-intensity battleground where raw speed meets razor-thin margins. Some drivers spend years fighting for consistency, grinding for results. Freddie Slater, however, arrived with a kind of immediate inevitability. He didn't climb slowly, he conquered instantly. While Lewis Hamilton's karting narrative was one of persistence and survival, Slater's was a declaration of supremacy. From the moment he strapped into a kart, he began stacking titles. He won at home, he won abroad, he won against the best. And as the years rolled forward, one thing became clear: the pool of drivers who could compete with him was shrinking to almost zero. By age 13, he had already become a two-time European champion in the ultra-competitive OK Junior class, the highest level of global karting talent. This was the same proving ground where names like George Russell, Charles Leclerc, and Max Verstappen carved their reputations. But Slater's run was different. He didn't simply establish himself as a contender, he became the benchmark other contenders were forced to chase. Yet karting success is never the full story. When a prodigy moves from karts to race cars, many stumble. The skill set shifts dramatically. Braking technique, weight transfer, aerodynamics, and car balance introduce a complexity that overwhelms even elite young talents. And this transition is often the moment that separates the good from the generational. This was the exact moment Freddie Slater revealed just how far ahead he truly was. Instead of leaping past foundational steps the way Max Verstappen did when he skipped Formula 4 entirely, Slater chose to respect the ladder but not the speed limit. At 14, he entered the Ginetta Junior Winter Series. Not only was he younger than almost every competitor, he was stepping into a series entirely new to him. Yet age, inexperience, and transitions meant nothing. Slater didn't ease in, he obliterated the competition and became the youngest Ginetta champion in history. Many believe he might be the youngest champion in cars, full stop, the Max factor. The 2023 Ginetta Junior Championship quickly became known by another name, the Freddie Slater Show. Race after race, the results stopped being surprising and started being ridiculous. Slater won 16 races out of 18. His dominance was so overwhelming that he secured the championship before the season even finished, before 2 entire rounds had even been contested. Inside the paddock, a new term emerged to describe the advantage Slater held over the field, the Freddie Slater second. It captured a simple truth: he wasn't beating his rivals by tenths, he was beating them by margins more commonly seen in different categories of racing. This kind of total demolition was reminiscent of only one driver in recent memory, Max Verstappen during his ascension. The same calm aggression, the same calculated ruthlessness, the same refusal to treat competition as something to be negotiated with. But domination in a series like Ginetta is one thing. Sustaining it in the most competitive tier of junior racing is another. And in 2024, Slater took the next leap to the gladiator arena of Italian Formula 4. If Ginetta was his entrance exam, Italian F4 was the doctorate. It is widely considered the most competitive F4 championship in the world. It's where future F1 stars sharpen their teeth, where the paddock is thick with junior academy drivers, and where even finishing in the top 5 is a monumental achievement. Slater D. The F4 onslaught. In Italian F4, Freddie Slater joined Prema Racing, the juggernaut of junior formulae, known for producing champions at almost every level. Skeptics were quick to dismiss the challenge. Anyone can win in a Prema, they said. But great drivers don't just win inside a great machine. They push the machine beyond its intended limits. Slater did exactly that. His 2024 season became one of the most dominant in the history of junior motorsport. He won 15 races in a single Italian F4 campaign, smashing the previous record held by Andrea Kimi Antonelli, the Mercedes-backed Prodigy widely regarded as F1's next big hope. By the end of the season, Slater had won 19 races across his combined F4 championships, a level of consistency and destruction almost unheard of. Analysts began to comment on the absurdity of his pace. Rival teams described him as untouchable. One commentator said that Slater made the rest of the field look like a joke. But the results alone weren't the most frightening part. The true mark of a generational driver is adaptability, and Slater adapted instantly to everything thrown at him. From the heavy, simplified handling of a Ginetta to the aerodynamic sensitivity of a Formula 4 car, from tight national circuits to sprawling European tracks, every environment suited him, every challenge sharpened him. He wasn't rising through the ranks, he was punching through them, the road ahead. Every young driver eventually reaches a pressure point, a level where the competition hardens, the margins shrink, and the dominance stops translating so effortlessly. For most drivers, this is where the results slow down, the winning streaks break, the hype corrects itself. Freddie Slater reached that point when he entered the Formula Regional European Championship, better known as FRECA. This is a notoriously brutal series where the step up in speed, racecraft, and technical complexity is enormous, and he didn't slow down. Slater won the FRECA championship in his very first season. Another leap, another challenge met with immediate success, another warning shot to the world of Formula 1. This momentum carried him straight into the next phase of his journey, a confirmed Formula 3 seat with Trident for the 2026 season. If he excels there, and nothing in his career suggests he won't, the doors to Formula 2 and ultimately Formula 1 will swing wide open. The motorsport world is already circling him. Teams are watching closely. Driver academies are paying attention. His name appears constantly in discussions about future talent, and he carries something even more powerful than hype, a stack of hard, historic results that prove he is not merely promising, he is performing at a level junior racing rarely sees. The verdict. So is Freddie Slater the next Max Verstappen? The truth is that he may be on a trajectory even cleaner than Verstappen's. He has shown the same raw, unforgiving pace, the same dominance, the same refusal to be ordinary. But while Verstappen's early path was defined by chaos, Slater's has been defined by precision. Every step, every series, every class, he has conquered systematically, leaving no doubt about whether he belongs. He is already breaking records set by the sport's most celebrated junior talents. He is already shaping expectations for the next generation. And he is already proving, year after year, that his rise is not a temporary spark but a gathering storm. If he continues on this path, Formula 1 will not simply gain a new driver, it will inherit a seismic talent, a driver whose arrival could reshape the competitive landscape, a driver whose story may only just be beginning. Freddie Slater is not just coming for Formula 1, he is coming to bend it, he is coming to dominate it. And if history continues unfolding the way it has so far, motorsport might be witnessing the rise of a generational anomaly, one that the world will remember long after the engines stop. He is not chasing the future, he is dragging it toward him. He is not waiting for opportunity, he is forcing the door open. Where others develop, he detonates. Where others improve, he transforms. Every race weekend becomes another chapter in a story moving too fast for the sport to ignore. Every overtake feels like a warning shot aimed directly at the next tier. You can sense it in the paddock, the unease, the curiosity, the fear. Drivers don't just want to beat him, they want to understand how he's this quick, this young. Engineers study his data and shake their heads. Rivals watch his onboard footage and look defeated before the lights even go out. There is a clarity to his aggression, a maturity to his risk-taking that should not exist in someone his age. And yet somehow it does, flawlessly. The sport has seen prodigies before, but rarely one so complete, so early. There is no plateau in sight, no sign of pressure slowing him, no indication that the gap will close. Only the sense that Formula 1 is running out of time before he arrives. Because when he steps onto that grid, he won't be there to participate. He will be there to redefine. He will be there to rewrite the limits the way Max once did, maybe even further. And the world of motorsport will have no choice but to adjust to him, not the other way around.